Hello everyone, I am Jendy Joy C. Sauces and we are the Group 3. Here are the presenters for today. We have Teacher Jindy, Teacher Shena, Teacher Angela, Teacher Rico, Teacher Nila, Teacher Julie, and Teacher Jay Larian. Our topic for today is all about the other effective measures and assessment. But before we are going to discuss what is our topic for today, let us first read our objectives. First, we have determine other effective measures and assessments. Second, appreciate the importance of transversal competencies and 21st century skills to students' readiness for future challenges and opportunities. Third and last is differentiate the non-test indicator from the traditional academic test. Now, what is effective measures and assessment? Well, it says here that it focuses on the student's skills, behaviors, mindset, and of course, attitudes. And it is also emphasizes the holistic development and its importance or impact of the student. Did you know that this kind of assessment is very important? Why? Because it says here that it emphasizes the holistic development. Now, it means that it doesn't only focuses on the test score that the students get, but also in developing their skills and also attitude. Through this kind of assessment or measures, now we teachers we're able to know if whose students might need help, even if they get good grades, and even for those who get lower grades, because we are able to measure if what are their problems. It can be mentally or emotional problems. Now, through this kind of measurement, most of the schools uses this kind of assessment, which is effective measures and assessment. Because through this kind of assessment, the students will develop their skills that they will not only use in school but also very useful outside the school or in real life situation. At this point, we have here the non-test indicator, transversal competencies, and the last one is the 21st century skills that will be discussed with my groupmates.
Good day everyone, I am Rico Coronado. Ngayon ay ating pag-uusapan kung ano nga ba ang non-test indicators. Non-test indicators is a law from different forms of measurement of particular outcomes with sources of bias different from those associated with academic tests. Evaluating an outcome through use of both test and non-test indicators thereby guards against apparently consistent but actually inaccurate or inappropriate findings. Ang non-test indicators raw ay ito yung mga alternatibong paraan sa pagsukat ng resulta ng pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral na hindi na kinakailangang gumagamit ng tradisyonal na pagsulit. Ang mga ito ay nakatutulong sa mga mag-aaral sa mas malawak at patas na pagsusuri ng kakayahan sa isang mag-aaral dahil iniwasan nito ang mga bias na maaaring makita sa mga akademikong pagsusulit.
Good day everyone, my name is Angela Isildea at ngayon naman ay pagpapatuloy natin ang pagtatalakay tungkol sa non-test indicators. Non-test indicators agree with each other with the results from norm reference or criterion reference tests. So, this highlights the importance of consistency across different assessment methods. For example, if the student performs well on a standardized test and also demonstrates strong skills and projects, presentations, and portfolios, it provides strong evidence of their learning dahil ang Ang non-test indicators, ito din ay nangahulugan na ito ay gumagamit ng mga alternatibong pamamaraan na naiiba sa tradisyonal na pagsusulit o tradisyonal test na isinasagawa lamang sa paper and pencil test. At ang non-test indicators, ito ay gumagamit ng mga iba't ibang pamamaraan tulad ng mga proyekto, obserbasyon, portfolio at maging mga presentasyon upang masuri ng isang guro ang pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral. Sunod naman, farmer certain that the results are not an artifact of the form of measurement. Ito ay nangahulugan na ang mga resulta ay hindi lamang dahil sa mga uri ng test na ginamit ng isang guro. Dahil kung ang mga methods o assessment methods na ginamit ng guro ay nagpapakita na merong improvement yung pagkatuto ng mga estudyante dahil sa mga iba't ibang assessment methods na ginamit niya. Ito ay nagpapakita lamang na ang kanyang pag-assess o yung sa pamamagitan ng pag-assess niya sa kanyang mga estudyante ay talagang ito ay nagre-reflect ng totoong pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral. So, the use of tests and the use of non-test indicators are mutually supportive procedures for assessing effects of an educational system. So, this emphasizes that test and non-test indicators should be used together to provide a complete and accurate picture of student learning and the effectiveness of the educational system. So, ang non-test indicators rin ay dito sinusuri o dito inoobserbahan ng guro yung consistency ng isang mag-aaral sa kanyang pagkatuto. Dahil halimbawa na lamang kung ang mag-aaral ay halimbawa sa quiz na isinagawa ng guro ay nakakuha siya ng mababang score, pero pagdating naman ng final exam ay nakakuha siya ng mataas na score. Ito ay hindi nagpapakita ng consistency dahil maaring ito ay nangahulugan na kaya lumaki yung o tumaas yung score ng mag-aaral ay baka gumamit o baka nag-cheat siya sa final exam, tapos o baka naman ay talagang nag-aral talaga siya kaya hindi malalaman ng guro kung ang ginawa ba niyang assessment ay epektibo ba, dahil wala kasing kumbaga consistency doon sa scores na ipinapakita ng mag-aaral. So, sa pamagitan ng test indicators, dito nalalaman ng mga guro yung mga pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral na talagang may consistency at o kumbaga nag-improve yung pag-assess sa mga mag-aaral ng kanilang mga pagkatuto. So, kagaya nga ng mga sinabi ko kanina na ang mga halimbawa dito ay ang observations, portfolios, projects, presentations, and also interviews. Sa pamamagitan ng mga halimbawang ito ay mas natututukan ng guro yung pag-assess at pagbibigay ng feedback sa kanyang mag-aaral. Kung halimbawa observations, dito ay ina-assess ng isang guro yung behavior ng mag-aaral, at yung portfolios naman, projects, ay dito niya ina-assess kung meron bang pag-improve yung natutunan ba ng mag-aaral ay nagagamit niya dito sa mga product-based assessment na projects. at saka portfolios. Sa presentations at interviews naman ay dito malalaman ng guro yung husay ng mag-aaral um, sa pagsasalita, 'di ba? Sa pamamagitan ng halimbawa kagaya ng reporting kung saan dito talaga makikita ng guro kung paano magsalita ang kanyang estudyante sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng presentasyon sa bawat o merong mga diskusyon na yung mga mag-aaral yung mag-report o sila yung magtuturo. So, yan lang po para sa aking bahagi. Maraming salamat.
Good day everyone, my name is Julie Ann Ruales Agoy and now I am going to discuss about the Transversal Competencies or TVC. Transversal competencies refers to knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that are integrals to life in the 21st century. Transversal competencies are the competencies that are transferable between jobs. They are the ones that people used to call experience. Some people have called them soft skills or emotional intelligence. Kumbaga, transversal competencies or TVC are like life skills that you can use in different areas, not just in one job or subject, but in almost everything that you do. These are the abilities that help you adapt, solve problems, and interact with others effectively. Some call them soft skills or emotional intelligence, but basically, they help you become capable and prepared for real-life situation.
Good day everyone! Ako nga po pala si Binibining Consulyado. So now, let's talk about the 6 transversal competencies. So the first transversal competencies is critical and innovative thinking. When we say critical thinking, ito yung mapanuring pag-iisip, hindi agad naniwala sa isang bagay nang hindi ito sinusuri o pinag-aralan. When we say about innovative thinking, ito yung malikhaing pag-iisip, pagbuo ng bago o mas maayos na paraan para gawin ang isang bagay. For example, Maria has a science project about saving water. Instead of just a writing paper, she uses her creativity to invent a simple water filter using recycled materials. By thinking outside the box, she turns a simple task into an innovative solution that can be useful to others. Because when we say critical thinking, it helps us to analyze the situations, while innovative thinking encourages us to come up with fresh solutions. So the second transversal competencies is global citizenship. Being a global citizen means recognizing that we're part of a larger world and understanding our rights and responsibilities. It's about taking action to help our communities and make the world a better place, no matter how small our actions might seem. For example, John learns in school about how plastic pollution harms the oceans. Instead of just feeling bad about it, he organized a beach cleanup in his town and teaches younger kids about recycling. His action shows that being aware of global issues is the first step in making a positive change. Instead of just learning about plastic pollution, John organized a beach cleanup and teaches others about recycling. Because when we say global citizenship, it's about knowing our rights and duties and taking action to help our communities to be better. So the third transversal competencies is physical health and religious belief. This competency is about taking care of ourselves, both physically and mentally, and respecting the diverse beliefs of others. Maintaining good health is important for our well-being, and understanding different religions allows us to coexist peacefully with others. For example, Anna, who loves playing soccer, makes sure to eat healthy food and exercise regularly so she stays fit. She also has a friend named Ali who practices a different religion. So Anna respects his belief and even takes time to learn about his culture, showing how we can all live together harmoniously despite our differences. So these transversal competencies aren't just about being a good student, they're about being a responsible and thoughtful person in society, someone who can solve problems, connect with others, and take care of themselves and the world around them.
Good day everyone, I am Jenny Ann Wallace Agoy, and now let's continue to another categories of transversal competencies. So we have here intrapersonal skills. So these are the skills within ourselves or internal skills and habits that help us control thoughts, cope with problems, and learn new knowledge, such as abilities which contribute to emotional intelligence, include aspects such as self-confidence and resilience. So interpersonal skills are like, kumbaga, your inner powers. O, diba? Inner powers. It is how will you understand and manage yourself. This includes self-confidence, handling stress, or staying motivated, and being mentally strong when facing challenges. Kumbaga, basically, these are the skills that help you think clearly and also grow as a person and stay emotionally balanced. Next naman, we have interpersonal skills. So these are the abilities we use every day as we connect and communicate both individually and in groups or with other peoples. They have broad range of abilities, but especially communication skills such as listening and speaking effectively. So interpersonal skills are about how you interact with others, whether in casual conversation or teamwork or even serious discussion. So this includes listening well, speaking clearly, and understanding people's feeling. So these skills help you build relationship, work with teams, and express yourself better. The last one naman is media and information literacy. So this is the ethical use of ICT to critically evaluate information and media content. So, media and information literacy is about, kumbaga, knowing how to use technology responsibly. It means, kumbaga, understanding what is real or fake online. It is also analyzing media content and using the internet in an ethical way. So, it is all about being smart and responsible digital citizen.
Good day everyone, I am Shannon V. Antarino, and today we will be talking about the important topic, the 21st century skills. So in our fasting changing world, education is no longer just about memorizing facts to succeed in life and work. We need to develop also skills that help us think critically, communicate effectively, use technology wisely, and adapt to different situations. So, what is 21st century skills? So, when we say 21st century skills, it is a skills that refers to a broad set of knowledge, skills, work habits, and character traits that students need to develop to become globally competitive and adaptable in a rapidly changing world, driven by um, advanced technologies. These skills are categorized in three main categories. So these are learning skills, literary skills, and life skills. So when we say learning skills, it focuses on how we think and interact with others. So when we say literary skills, it helps us navigate and evaluate information in the digital age. So when we say lastly is the um, life skills. So this prepare us for personal and professional success. So today, I will share to you the learning skills, which include the 4 C's. So these are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. So these skills are one of the most essential components of 21st century skills. These skills shape how we think, work, and interact in today's fast-paced world. So mastering these skills will help us succeed in school, work, and life. So first, I will present to you or tackle. We will talking about the critical thinking. So critical thinking is when we say critical thinking, this skill help us analyze problems, evaluate different perspectives, and find effective solutions. Instead of just recognizing a problem, we will be a critical thinker. So we will be asking, why did this happen? What are the possible solutions? And how can we prevent this in the future? So for example, in a company where sales are declining, a critical thinker won't just point out the problem. Instead, they will investigate multiple factors that customer needs, marketing strategies, and product quality before coming up with solution. So whether in academics, the workplace, or everyday life, critical thinking allows us to make well-informed decisions and solve problems efficiently. So the next one is creativity. So creativity is about thinking outside the box, coming up with new ideas, and innovating. So it allows us to adapt and succeed in a constantly changing world. So for instance, companies like Apple and Tesla, they thrive because they continuously introduce creative and innovative products. But creatively isn't just for businesses. It's useful also in our daily lives. Remember that. So whether you're writing a story or solving a problem in a new way or brainstorming a unique business idea, creativity help us stand out and stay ahead. So the world is evolving and creativity ensures that we evolve with it too. So the third one is the collaboration. So this is about working well with others. When we share ideas, divide responsibilities, and work on as a team, we achieve better results. The saying is true that the two heads are better than one. So that saying is very true when we say collaboration. So imagine working on a group project. If each member contribute their strength, one is researching, one is designing, another one is presenting, so the workload becomes more easier and the results are much better. So effective collaboration also means respecting other ideas, actively listening, and resolving conflicts. So constructively. So no matter where we go in life, being a team leader will always be valuable. So we must remember that being a team leader was not just by someone who appointing you, but being a leader is being responsible to collaborate with your groupmate, especially in a group task. We must remember that each one of us must contribute in that activity or that specific task. So the last one is communication. So when we say communication, it is the ability to express thoughts effectively. Communication is not just about talking, It includes writing, body language, and digital communication. So a good communication help avoid misunderstanding, resolve conflicts, and strengthen teamwork. So imagine working on a team project. If one member doesn't communicate their progress, the whole team might struggle. Similarly, in the workplace, employees who communicate clearly can solve problems faster and work more efficiently. So whether it's a conversation with a friend, a school presentation, or a job interview, mastering communication is a key to success. So critical thinking, collaboration, and communication is very essential nowadays, for especially for us students. So we really need to master this. We must think more effectively, innovate, work well with others, and express our ideas clearly. So we must really express our ideas, not just keep it, but present it also, because it is a very big help. So as we continue to learn and grow, let's remember that applying these skills in our daily lives. After all, the future belongs to those who can think, create, collaborate, and communicate. So we shouldn't be afraid to share our ideas. We shouldn't be afraid to apply our own skills, because we have our own uniqueness. So that will be all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. So now let's proceed to the another skills, which is literacy skills. Literacy skills this helps individuals to understand and navigate information in the digital age. First is information literacy skills, the ability to find and evaluate and use information effectively. No, meron kang kakayahang na mag-usisa ng mga relevant informations, yung makatotohanang impormasyon na kinuha mo galing sa internet. Next is media literacy, understanding different media formats, their message and their impacts. No? This is our skills on how to identify which of the information that yung nababasa natin or nakikita or naririnig, no? It's either true or it's credible or not, yung makatotohanan or maaasahan. Let's proceed to the technology literacy skills, no? In the 21st century, knowing how to use technologies or using them it's really important, no? And everyday classes is already outdated to use traditional way like Cartolina, Manila paper, or Blackboard for teaching or presenting lesson. Now, instead, we use projector, laptops, and PowerPoint. This 21st century skills, alam naman natin yung makabagong teknolohiya, kinakailangan na marunong tayong gumamit ng PPT, projector, even though the apps. Life skills. First skills is flexibility. This emphasizes the willingness and ability to adapt to changing circumstances. No, ang flexibility ay tumutukoy sa kahandaan at kakayahang umangkop sa anumang pagbabago sa paligid. You are a flexible person. Next is leadership, leading a particular group and motivating its member to act and to achieve a particular goal. Kumbaga, meron kang skills na mamuno sa isang grupo upang at hikayitin ang ibang membro para makamit ang anumang layunin ninyo or anumang goal na kinakailangan nyong matapos. Next is initiatives, voluntarily doing what is needed without expecting rewards and return. Yung initiatives or you have initiative skills na kusa mo na lang ginagawa ang isang bagay without any expecting rewards or return. Wala kang ine-expect na makukuhang reward sa ibang tao. Kaya ginagawa mo na lang siya or voluntarily. Next is the social skills, the ability to socialize and interact with other person. Kumbaga, meron kang kakayahang makipag-socialize sa ibang tao or makipag-halubilo. Being an extrovert is an advantage since it makes interacting with different people easier. Yun yung mga tao na mahilig makipag-usap sa iba or sa kapwa tao. And that's all. Thank you.